What's going on? I'm going to start a brand new series called Weird Memory Uses. There are so many things I'm memorizing that are completely weird that people wouldn't think about when they're first trying to improve their memory or start using memory techniques. Now, when I actually memorize this information, it's a complete game changer, okay? It's like, whoa, I didn't know this is actually useful. So for the first weird memory use, it's all about StarCraft 2. Now, StarCraft 2 is a real-time strategy game where essentially you build up armies, attack each other, and try to wipe each other out. Now, it's so complicated because you have to think in real time. People are attacking you, you're trying to defend. What units do you have to build? What's your strategy? Attack early game or late game? There's all these things that go into it. So it's very complex. It's like chess, but a million times harder, okay? And so when I first started out, I wasn't really following a strategy or a build. I was just kind of building things and hoping that army was good enough to beat the other person's army. Now, I usually play with my friend because we're a team, so it's 2v2. But my friend started to tell me he was following a build order. And so this is what a build order is. At a specific time or population, you build a specific thing. So right here at 17 seconds or a population of 14, you build a pylon. Okay? And then the next thing at 15 population, probably around 27 seconds, give or take, you build a assimilator. And so he was following this build order, so he already had this plan in mind. While compared to me, I was just building random stuff, hoping it would work. Now, I don't play as the race Zerg. So there's three races, Zerg, Protoss, Terran. I'm playing as the Protoss for like the last month. But right now, I can still recall the build order I memorized. So perfect. I go right there. I can close my eyes. I go to that palace right now. At this little table in this basement, I see David farting. So David 16, farting is gas. I have to build an extractor at population 16. Then at a couch, I see Diana falling into a pool. Diana is 18. A pool is a spawning pool. I built a spawning pool at population 18. So I can say it perfectly. Now, why did I use a memory palace? Well, to me, it was very obvious. Look, I have steps, right? Step one is to build this at this specific time or population. Next step, at this population, and so on. So I have to keep this order, right? A memory palace does a fantastic job with that. Then I have, numbers, population, 14, 15, 17. So my number system. And then, of course, I'm going to make some sort of image for this, for the thing I'm actually building. Now, this is the build order I have to memorize now because this is what my strategy is for the most part. But then, of course, because all these things can happen in the game, you kind of have to adjust on the spot. But I haven't memorized it yet. I've been looking at it on my phone when I'm playing, and you might think, hey, what's the big deal with that? It is a huge deal that screws you over. Because what happens, right? I'm playing, I have to look at my phone. Go back. And so when I'm looking at my phone, I am taking time away of seeing what's happening on the game, right? On the map. And this happens a lot. There's something called a cannon rush where people build cannons in your base, and when you realize it, it's too late and the cannons kill you. And all it takes is a little probe to come into your base and you don't see it. Because you're not looking at the map, you don't see it and it goes into a corner. And so looking at my phone when I'm trying to see, okay, what's next? Okay, got that. I could totally mess up and miss that probe and just lose the game like that. And there's really no way to really recover unless you catch it in time. And so it is a huge, huge benefit to have all this memorized. And what's amazing is that this helps you learn the build so much faster once you have it memorized, because you can have it on your phone and keep looking at it nonstop, right? But you're losing time. But all I did was memorize the build order for the Zerg one time. I reviewed it one time to make sure I have it. But then I started playing with my friend, right? And we played a game. After that game was over, played another one. And so I'm playing. I'm like, okay, so what's the next thing? I'm playing, building stuff. Okay, so in my head, for example, it'd be like, okay, I'm at this location. I see Dominic. He's riding a polygon. Oh, yeah, I have to build a pylon at 14. Okay, got it. And I'm still looking at the screen, right? I'm still doing stuff. And so I played all these games, and it just solidified that memory palace that quickly. That one day I actually started using it, it was a complete game changer. I was able to recall it perfectly every single time. Till this day, like a month later, I have not reviewed that palace at all, but I still know it because I was actually applying it. And that's the most important thing you have to get from this video, if it's nothing else. Is that applying it, the application, the repeating of using it over and over and over makes more connections in your brain, and it's a million times easier to recall. Because when things are happening in the game, I'm getting screwed over. Oh no! I have to be able to focus back and get back to the build order as best I can, because some things are going to delay it depending on if I'm getting attacked or not. So, if I have to look at my phone, oh crap, okay, where am I now? And on my screen, I might be getting attacked or something might be happening. I have to pay attention to the screen. I can't look off to the side on my phone or a piece of paper. Now, this one might look like a simple build order. And my goal behind it is to find something that's kind of solid, but that I can grow from it, do different things. But let's look at this one. So this is a different build order. And as you can tell, there's a lot more steps here. Okay, the population max is 200. This goes all the way to 150. But look, oh man, this is insane. And just think, if you had to write this down or try to use another computer screen, you would still probably have to scroll down, right? Or make sure you're not losing your position. Okay, where am I now? So having this in your brain is a game changer. It makes all the difference. And really, when you're playing, you think, look 2 seconds, look to the side, and go back to the screen wouldn't make a difference. It just does, because you don't have the flow no more, right? You're like, okay, wait, I'm doing that. Okay, got it. But in your head, you're like, okay, what's the next thing? Next location? Oh, I see. Dominic. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's 14. Do this. Boom. It's so amazing. And so I do have to memorize this build. It's not that many. I don't know why. I'm just being lazy, I guess. But I got to memorize this one. These are how complicated they could get, but it's straightforward. The method I just described on how to memorize this, you apply exactly the same to this build order, but this one just has more steps. So, of course, it's going to take more locations in a palace. But that's it. And so I want to share that with you because it's something that's odd, but for me, it just helped me so much. And ever since I memorized my first build order with the Zerg, we started winning more games. So, it actually had a direct effect to how much we win. All from memorizing a simple build order. I think that's pretty cool. And so yeah, I just want to share that with you. Look forward for the next weird memory use, because that is going to be extremely cool, because it actually is super important, but people would never think you would actually have to do it. So look forward for that, and I'll see you next time.